Epiko is a blockchain and gaming-based project developed by Wharf Street Studios Limited, incorporated in London. It aims to introduce games, NFTs, and Metaverse to create a first-generation platform offering Indian mythological characters and stories to the world. Now, we're going to hear from the founder and CEO of Epiko Regal, Venkatesh Krishna Murthy. Venkatesh is recognized as an innovator for disrupting the market with his unique projects based on emerging technologies in blockchain, edtech, DeFi, NFTs, and Metaverse space. An engineer and MBA background, he has been endorsed by the UK and Indian government for his work. So without further ado, let's give a big round of applause for Venkatesh.
Before I start, today is a very special day because this is like a dream come true for me. And to be very honest, this is the feeling I was waiting for. So yes, I'll start with my presentation, but before that, good morning Singapore. Good morning. See, I've seen people sleeping in the last seats, so can I have a good morning from you guys? Those who are sleeping at the back, please wake up. This is an engaging presentation and I'm sure you will get a lot of value from this. So yes, myself Venkatesh, I've built the studios by the name Wharf Street Studios. We are celebrating 3 years in the emerging tech space. So this is my application Epiko Regal. So what exactly have we done in this application? I'm a person who actually loves to venture into emerging technologies. By that I mean artificial intelligence, machine learning, augmented reality, virtual reality, and blockchain, which is very common and spoken about in the past few years. Now, our game Epiko Regal has created an ecosystem around the brand Epiko itself. Now, this application has a tower defense game, which was the first feature that we created in the application. Now, in this tower defense game, yes, there are many tower defense games out there, and in this game we were inspired by Indian mythology and we launched 45 characters from the Indian mythology space in this game. And what you get to do is you need to choose the characters that you like and create your own deck and play against your opponents. Now, that was the first feature, and we didn't stop just there. To actually have more engagement and to have our application as an entertainment app, we further enhanced it with cinematic comics and augmented reality collectibles. Now, what exactly did we do with this application is that we have implemented machine learning in the game, because machine learning is very important. It's an emerging technology, and we believe that to create a sustainable environment, a sustainable product, you need to venture into technologies that are not currently being used at a large scale, but could be used at a large scale in the upcoming years. Now, in Epiko Regal, initially we created an artificial intelligence bot. The reason why we did that is because when anyone would download our game initially in the beta phase, they would have something to play against. So if you remember the chess game, that's exactly how we were inspired. That's exactly from where we are coming. And we had the artificial intelligence bot created in it. Now, the game has scaled to 40,000 downloads and we have 15,000 active users. We have created kingdoms, we have leaderboards where you can play the game and scale up, you can collect cards, you can upgrade yourself, and you can fight live opponents. So that's why we implemented machine learning, which is again an emerging technology. The difference between artificial intelligence and machine learning is that in artificial intelligence, you actually populate a lot of data sets and then a decision is made by the bot. But if you talk about machine learning, all the data sets that are basically populated create scenarios and you come up with predictive outcomes. Now that we are not connecting with the bot and we have real-time players, the machine learning algorithm basically helps us to predict outcomes, and it's very important because we get to know age, gender, demography, where exactly there's a lot of demand for the application and other features. Now, moving on to the next slide. So this is just a small clip. Now, this is a clip again about our game, and you can see how the gameplay is. It's live on the App Store and the Play Store, so you can download the game and you can play the game as well. Now, here are the cards below. Now you can see that the real life player is trying to defend his tower while he tries to destroy the other tower. And this is basically how we created our application. So I'll just leave it for a bit. So we have like 2D cards, but when you place them on the battle arena, they become 3D characters and they basically start attacking and defending. So yeah, as you can see, now the opponent's tower is destroyed. Now he basically needs to fight back and destroy the tower of the live player, other live player. And in case he doesn't, then he will lose the battle. And whoever wins the game will basically win the trophy. So I'll go on to the next slide. So I've spoken about artificial intelligence and machine learning. Now this is augmented reality, and there's again a video on virtual reality. I didn't want to actually have a presentation full of text, so that's why I have clips which would actually make it interesting for you guys. So this is a clip again from when I was in LA last month. So I actually made, I just made a small clip. So this is the universe that we have created. And now when one of the planets is selected, you basically have a character from that planet. You can interact with this character, you can animate him, you can make him run, as you can see. And you can actually experience the character in augmented reality, you can take pictures, and the best part is that we have the stories as well. You can, the best part is that you don't have to actually have a physical toy with you. With augmented reality, you can take this character anywhere, you can project him anywhere, and basically you can interact with him, you can showcase it to your friends as a collection. And that's the beauty of augmented reality. Here is again a video on virtual reality where we created an ancient hall. Now this ancient hall has all our characters placed in the ancient hall with some small animations. This was a demo that we wanted to have. Now again, if you visit our booth, we have the Oculus where you can basically get an experience of these characters. So this basically was done on the Oculus VR Quest, and to showcase all our characters. So they are basically 3D modeled characters with animations taken again from the game. Now that was about our first product, and to make our ecosystem sustainable. So what we need to understand is when you have a product and you don't have a proper use case, then the product can work for a few years and after that it will just die out. But if you talk about Epiko Market, which is our second product, we created this so that we have a marketplace of our own and come up with a sustainable system in the ecosystem. Now, this particular marketplace is like, it's basically like OpenSea, and the beauty about this is that we have partnered with a very big giant in the NFT space known as Epiko. If you've heard, they have a product by the name collectibles. Now, what we've done is we basically have this marketplace for our NFT collection. Now, the NFTs that we are creating are totally from the game, which is live on Android and iOS, and they will be listed on our application, epiko.market. And what we have done with Epiko is that we basically accept OMI as a payment for all our NFTs. Now, not only just that, but all the community of Epiko or those who hold OMI can basically buy our NFTs, and they can also play our game, which is a play-to-earn mechanism that we have. You can connect with us on Discord for more information, and we basically run contests, championships, and what we've done is we basically take 20% from the supply, from the total sales that we make, and we reward it back to the users for winning our contests or tournaments. Not only just that, those who perform bounty activities, those who engage with our community, they basically have they also will be rewarded with OMI tokens and quite some other in-game assets like gold, gems, trackers, cards, AR collectibles, comics and all of that. Now this is our use case. So use case is very important. Now I would like to give the credit to my friend David Yu, who is the founder of Epiko Collectibles. They basically partnered with big brands like Disney, DC Comics, Marvel, and we got a chance to work with them, and VV Collectibles basically generated like 100 million in the past year. Now what we want to do is, apart from our partnership, take this further. We have spoken to quite some production houses in India, and we basically keep researching on Indian mythology, where we keep on creating collectibles, and we basically mint 25% of our NFTs on OpenSea, and the remaining 75 is listed on Epico.market. Now, those who purchase NFTs on OpenSea can also trade it on Epico.market. And again, on Epico.market, you basically have a discount of 10% on all the NFTs. Now, this is the use case we have created, and this is Epiko. So, you must have heard of Metaverse. So we also came up with our own metaverse, which is by the name Epiko. Now you can choose any of our 40 characters and avatars that we have, and you basically can venture into any space that we have created. This is one of the space from our Epiko, from the Epicoverse. Now this is again a monument of India, and you can see this is one of our characters, Nakul. So you can be Nakul, and you can basically explore the Epicoverse. Okay, so this is the merchandise that we have. So basically, we have the board game. So all that was just shown prior to this slide was digital, but then we wanted to also have like a physical touch to our Epiko brand. So that's why we came up with our merchandise. We have toys, we have t-shirts, we have bottles, we have magnets, and we have the board game as well. This is further to add on to the Epiko ecosystem to leverage on the brand and make it big. Now, these are the NFT packages that we have. So you can, it's not priced really high, but you know, we want to actually give a lot of value for anyone who buys an NFT. And again, when there is a utility for the NFT, that's when you actually go for the NFT. You don't buy random cats or pandas or dogs, because you know that the value of that particular NFT basically would die out at a later point of time. But when you talk about a product or an NFT package or an NFT itself, which actually has a utility to it and can be used in the near future, then that makes it a sustainable NFT. Now, so what are the NFT utilities that we have? So you get an in-game redeem code basically to unlock mystery boxes, and this mystery box will have gold, gems, cards, trackers, AR collectible characters, and the comics. So these are all inside the game, and what we didn't want to do is have the token integrated into our application, because that would lead us to a lot of legal issues. So we backlinked it to the marketplace that we created as a second product. So our marketplace, wherein you purchase an NFT, is where you can again get a redeem code and then use it in the application, which is available on Android and iOS. So this is how we worked around creating our utility for the NFTs. Again, you will get NFT badge in Discord. You will have early access to the Epicoverse MVP, and you will be a part of our Epiko DAO. So what we have done is we basically take a lot of feedback and a lot of bug reports from the community on Discord, and then we try and resolve it. So we are very accessible that way, and we are not a game who doesn't cater to our community feedback. So we are very engaging that way, and that's why we are coming up with our Epiko DAO. Also, with the NFT packages, you would get free merchandise and you would get free access to our future products. So we have other upcoming games like a AAA game and another gaming application. Now, the benefit of a token, because we have a token that we would be listing very soon on some reputed exchanges, the top 10 exchanges. Now, here you can, with the Epiko token, you can participate again in our championship, and you can get early access to the Epicoverse. So we've just put another utility for the token without just having a token without any utility, which is very important for creating a sustainable system. Yeah, so we're talking about the scope, which is all in billions. Now if you talk about the comic industry, it's like 4.6 billion. Then we have the mobile game industry, which is 80 billion, and augmented reality and extended reality technology is like 160 billion. So we are just disrupting an existing market with a new source of entertainment using all emerging technologies in our application to make it a sustainable system. So I have just one last video I would want to play. Sorry for taking too much of your time. If you have any queries, do visit our booth at our booth is booth 40, so we can have any queries addressed, or if you're interested in anything, please do reach out to us. Thank you so much for your valuable time and patience.
Ladies and gentlemen, Venkatesh. Thank you, sir.